I want you to meet someone. They're depending on you completely. Their health, their happiness, their financial security, it's all in your hands. But here's the catch. You've never met them. You don't really know them. And most of the time, you treat them like a total stranger. Who is this person? Well, it's you. 10, 20, or maybe 30 years from now. The biggest reason we fail to build long-term wealth isn't a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of connection. A neurological glitch that makes your future self seem like someone else entirely. Welcome to Thrive with Tima, the show where we decode the neuroscience of wealth. Today, we're bridging the most expensive disconnect you'll ever experience. The empathy gap that is costing you millions. Why is it so easy to spend $100 on dinner tonight, but so hard to save that same $100 for your retirement in 2050? The answer lies in how your brain perceives time and self. Neuroscientists using fMRI scans have made a startling discovery. When you think about your present self, your feelings, your desires, a specific region of your brain called the medial prefrontal cortex lights up. It's the hub of your identity. But when the researchers ask you to think about your future self, something bizarre happens. The activity in that self-identity region decreases. Instead, the brain regions that activate when you think about other people, strangers, become more active. Neurologically, your brain treats future you less like you and more like a different person. This creates what's called an empathy gap. It's hard to feel empathy for a stranger, and it's even harder to make sacrifices for one. This is compounded by a cognitive bias known as temporal discounting. Our brains are wired to value immediate rewards far more than future rewards. A guaranteed cookie today is neurologically more valuable than 2 cookies next week. So a guaranteed pleasure today, like a lavish purchase, feels much better than the abstract, distant pleasure of financial security for that stranger decades from now. This neurological disconnect isn't just a fun fact. It's a silent wealth destroyer. It's the root cause of our most persistent financial self-sabotage. First and foremost, it fuels chronic undersaving and overborrowing. Every time you choose to take on debt for immediate gratification, you're essentially stealing from that future stranger. You are borrowing their well-being for your fleeting pleasure because they don't feel real. Their potential hardship doesn't feel real either. This is how people wake up at 50 with almost no retirement savings, wondering how it all happened. Second, it prevents a long-term investment in yourself. Why spend time and money learning a new skill that will pay off in 5 years? Why invest in preventative health today to avoid problems in 30 years? These are investments in that future stranger. The empathy gap makes it easier to stay in a dead-end job or ignore healthy habits because the immediate effort is high and the beneficiary is someone you don't emotionally connect with. Finally, it makes you a terrible planner. You can't create an effective plan for someone you don't know or care about. Without a strong empathetic connection to your future self, financial planning becomes a sterile, boring exercise in numbers rather than what it should be. An exciting act of building a better life for the person you are becoming. Okay, so our brains are treating future us like strangers. Let's fix that. It's time to get personal and bridge that empathy gap with 3 powerful neuro hacks. Tool number 1, write a letter from your future self. This is a profound visualization exercise. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and vividly imagine yourself in 20 years. What does your life look like? Where do you live? What are you proud of? What do you regret? Now, open your eyes and write a letter from that person to your present self. Have them thank you for the good decisions you've made. Have them urge you to avoid the pitfalls. By giving your future self a voice, a personality, and emotions, you make them real. You're closing the empathy gap one word at a time. Read this letter once a month. Tool number 2. Use age progression technology. This might sound like a gimmick, but studies have shown it works. There are apps and websites that can take a current photo of you and realistically age it. One study found that people who saw a digitally aged avatar of themselves allocated significantly more money to a hypothetical retirement account. Why? Because seeing is believing. It shatters the stranger illusion and replaces it with a concrete visual representation of the person you are saving for. You're no longer saving for an abstract concept. You're saving for them. And tool number 3, frame savings as a gift. Language matters. Instead of thinking of savings as depriving your present self, reframe it. Every automated transfer to your investment account is not money lost today. It's a gift you're sending to the most important person in your life, future you. When your paycheck comes in, think, okay, first I'm going to send a care package to future me. This simple cognitive shift changes the emotional context from one of loss to one of kindness, generosity, and self-care. It makes saving an act of love for the person you are building. Your future self is not a stranger. They are the sum of every choice you make today. They are counting on you. By closing the empathy gap, you transform financial planning from a chore into a profound act of connection with the person you're destined to become. Don't leave them hanging. If this episode changed how you see your future self, hit that subscribe button because this is the kind of insight that truly builds wealth. Thank you for joining me on Thrive with Tima. Now go introduce yourself to the person you're going to be. Love you, mean it. Tima.